What's the most satisfying time you saw a total snake get what they deserved? My best friend Emily owned a charming little bakery cafe. It was her passion project, built from scratch with her grandma's recipes and a lot of love. The pastries were legendary, the coffee was always hot, and the atmosphere was pure comfort. She was so successful that she needed help, so she hired a new head baker, Julian. Julian seemed perfect on paper, experienced, charming, and very ambitious. At first, Emily was thrilled. She thought she'd found a real partner. But then Julian started subtly pushing Emily out of her own kitchen. He'd optimize her classic recipes, making tiny tweaks that, to anyone who knew Emily's baking, made them just a little less special. He'd take credit for new ideas Emily had brainstormed, presenting them as his own. If Emily challenged him, he'd gaslight her, saying, "Oh, I was just building on your foundation." He also started gossiping about Emily to the other staff, implying she was losing her touch and that he was the real visionary. Emily, being inherently trusting and a bit of a pushover, started to believe him. The sparkle in her eye dimmed, and the bakery, while still busy, lost some of its unique charm. I saw him taking photos of her recipe journal one day, claiming he was just getting inspiration. My gut screamed. The climax came with the annual Sweet Creations competition, a huge local event. Emily had won it twice with her signature spiced apple pie. Julian insisted this year they enter his reimagined version. "It's time to innovate, Emily," he'd said, dismissively waving away her concerns. Emily, exhausted from fighting him, conceded. I knew Julian's pie wasn't the same. He'd replaced Emily's secret spice blend with a generic one and cut down on the butter in the crust, calling it healthier. I also overheard him on the phone, suspiciously friendly, with the owner of their biggest rival bakery. He was definitely planning something. On the day of the competition, Julian was practically preening. His pie was beautifully decorated, but as soon as the judges cut into it, the truth was evident. The crust was dry, the filling bland, there was polite murmuring, but no oohs or ahs. Emily looked crushed. Just then, I saw the head judge, a renowned food critic, look disappointed. I subtly caught her eye and gestured to a small, unassuming pie I'd placed on Emily's counter, just in case. "Excuse me, ma'am," I whispered. "Emily always bakes a small personal pie for good luck. It's her original recipe." The critic, intrigued, took a slice, her eyes widened. "Now this is an apple pie," she declared. Emily, seeing the critic's reaction, finally snapped out of her Julian-induced fog. She tasted her own lucky pie, and then Julian's. The difference was glaring. She marched over to Julian, who was still smirking. "Julian," she said, her voice steel, "you're fired. Get out." Julian started to bluster, but then the critic awarded the People's Choice ribbon to Emily's lucky pie, which word quickly spread was her original recipe. The entire room erupted in applause. Julian, exposed as a fraud, slunk out of the competition. Emily won a special recognition award for preserving baking heritage. Julian tried to get a job at the rival bakery, but the owner, having witnessed the whole spectacle, politely declined. Emily, meanwhile, took back her kitchen, brought back her legendary pastries, and taught me her grandma's secret spice blend. The bakery thrived again, truly reflecting Emily's passion.